This is Angellic Voice ASMR, and today I'm going to do another part in the Rate With Me series. I haven't done one of these videos in a long time. Admittedly, my rating has kind of come to a standstill. This is going to be about the 2020 NaNoWriMo season, or month, however you wish to call it. And as you can see, I'm going back to working on Space Aladdin. But I've got a couple other little tabs here in my book, and that is for a reason. But for those of you who don't know, Space Aladdin is basically a science fiction retelling of Aladdin. You know, like the 1001 Nights Aladdin. So it is a retelling of Aladdin and set in, well, space. Complete with Hollow Genie, and instead of Aladdin we have Adrian. They use they them pronouns. The genie Junix uses he him pronouns, just a heads up. Anyways, so those two. So Adrian is okay, here it says Steam Technician. This is kind of an old character sheet, but so they work in basically in clockwork with clockwork creatures and mechanisms and projects and that kind of thing, and they do that more than steampunk stuff. Like, mostly they'll do clockwork, but that's kind of a no-no. It's kind of a gray area in the place that they are currently living. So that's where Junix comes in helping Adrian find another place to go, basically. And it kind of evolves from there, but I don't want to get too spoilery because it kind of gets into a little bit of spoiler territory the longer I talk about it. But anyway, so that's not the only project I'm going to be working on in NaNoWriMo, because I've had a lot of difficulty in just sticking with one project, or sticking to one thing for a significant amount of time, so I'm going to be switching among three. Next, this is another familiar site. This is the Brainstorm page for book 2 of the fantasy duology that I'm working on. As I said, I'm not really going much into that, but I'm going to be working on that as well. And the third one that I will be working on is street guitar. I think that's what I said I was going to call it. Street guitar rewritten. Yeah. So that's going to be the third project that I'm going to be working on. Because with all three of these projects, I have written and rewritten and rewritten and rewritten and rewritten the first chapter, or first couple of chapters of these books so many times, and I've just not been able to get anything concrete that I can, or that I want to work with. And I place to have screwed up the planning on, you know? So, what I hope to do with this is, I hope to get so I want chapter 1 of Fantasy Duo Book 2 done. I want NaNo Prep plan, I should say. I want chapter 1 of the Fantasy Duology Book 2 finished. I want the beginning through to the inciting incident for Street Guitar Rewritten finished. And I want beginning to and I want the beginning through to the introduction of the Hollow Genie, or the introduction of Tunix, finished for Space Aladdin. That is my hope to get done for the Preptober 2020 plan. So for NaNo, NaNo 2020, I want to have inciting incident through rising action. I want to have the inciting incident through the introductory part of the rising action done for the Fantasy Duology Book 2. And I want to have the inciting incident through the intro of Bia's arc for Space Aladdin. Inciting incident through the rising action intro for Street Guitar Rewritten. I want all of those done for NaNo if possible, because I will be flipping among 3 projects this.